Hello and welcome to this new video from me. Today I will play against the best team builder in the world. In my opinion, it's against Shiliang Tang. And Shiliang is a player I've looked up to since I started. I'm always amazed on how well he plays and how well he builds teams. He built multiple regional winning teams, but also his play is amazing. He played a phenomenal set in Worlds 2024 against Victor Medina. This is probably the best set I've ever watched, and he top cut that Worlds. He won a regional in 2023. He top cut NAIC in 2024. He top cut multiple regionals. He always performs well on the in-game ladder. He has amazing Grand Challenge and Global Challenge results. I think multiple top 8s, even top 4s. In general, I think a player who is super interesting. He's a dad now. That's why he couldn't attend the last Worlds. Otherwise, he would have made top cut again. I think Shiliang is a phenomenal player, and that's why I'm so excited to play against him today. And I played against him once, and it was in my first Worlds in 2023 in Japan for my winning in for top cut. It was in round 6. We were both 4-1. We both needed to win the set, and I actually won 2-0 in like 10 minutes. It was pretty convincing, but I had an amazing matchup, and I went for some crazy reads as well. I didn't give like too much care, and yeah, now he wants to get revenge, and I hope I can beat him again. And I will do it with the team from Il Mule. That's the online name. The real name is Giuseppe Alario. This team actually kind of vanished, I think. He used it to top cut Frankfurt regionals with, but since Frankfurt, we haven't seen this team around that much. The original version had upper hand instead of fake out on Sneasler, but I saw him play this team in online tournaments, and he made the change to fake out, and he performed well with it as well. Even though I think upper hand is not a bad move, I still think fake out coaching is better than upper hand coaching, because with fake out you can force the opponent to click protect and use that turn to go for coaching, right? With upper hand there's no need for them to protect, so that's why we are having fake out and a lot of other cool stuff. I'm really looking forward to the instant set. We are playing cover cloak Corviknight, but let's get to the details in the team builder. So first of all, we've got Coaching Sneasler. And Coaching Sneasler is a phenomenal Pokemon because it can support your team, but it can also deal a lot of damage with Close Combat and Dire Claw. You gotta keep in mind that if you click Coaching, it does not work on Goldango. First of all, I want to mention this because I know some people want to coach their Goldango to get defense boosts, but that doesn't work. But the cool part is that you can coach Garchomp, Corviknight, Tyranitar Instant, and that's really huge. And yeah, Giuseppe played upper hand Sneasler, but he made the change himself in the most recent like Italian tournaments. He only played fake out, and his friends are also only playing fake out. Upper hand is cool, but the combination of coaching and fake out is so terrifying, because if you have fake out on the board, your opponent wants to protect. But if you've got upper hand, if you've got coaching, your opponent also doesn't want to protect, so that is cool. But if you only have upper hand instead of fake out, they will just attack you. You cannot create the mind game between fake out and coaching anymore, and that's why I decided to put fake out over upper hand on it as well. The original had upper hand though, which is also really cool tag against King Gambit, Rillaboom, Incineroar, but today I wanted to try this. The spread, as you can see, super special. It's I guess physical because it's physically defensive, but you get what I mean, right? It's Unburden Air Balloon as well, by the way, just so that you can click Earthquake next to Sneasler. And with Unburden, if you like get fake outed, or if opposing Sneasler breaks your balloon with Dire Claw, you get double speed, which is really nice. And I still wanted to be faster than especially Adamant Sneezer, and that's why we are running 173 speed, and the physical defense investment does a lot. Like, we survive 5 scale shots from Dragonite plus sand most of the time. It only has like an 11% chance to KO us, and without sand we always survive that. We also probably survive 5 hits and a crit, so 5.5 hits kinda. And we survive Terra Water, Wave Crash from Choice Scarf, Basque Legion. Also, most of the time it's a roll, but it's in our favor. So this first step Sneezer is super crazy. We survived 2 close combat from opposing Sneezer and way more stuff, so I'm really looking forward to use this. Since we don't have Protect, we Terra Ghost. Terra Ghost Air Balloon, also super sick against Ursaluna, because if you can get rid of all the other Pokemon, the end game is like Sneezer against Ursaluna, you just win. Even if they have Terra Ghost, they cannot hit you, and that is so sick, and that's why I'm really looking forward to test out this Sneezer today. The main partner for the Sneezer is this Garchomp. Clear Amulet Garchomp, phenomenal partner, likes to get the coaching boosts, and overall Sneezer Garchomp is a threatening duo, because Garchomp, you want to spam Earthquake, and there's Rillaboom which can weaken an Earthquake, but Sneezer can just Dire Claw the Rillaboom. Same goes for like Ninetales, which usually threatens Garchomp. You can just Dire Claw it as well. So Sneezer Garchomp is just super good offensively, and Terra Fire on Garchomp is really nice to have an ice resist, but you also resist grass moves from like Rillaboom. So after coaching, you also wall Rillaboom. Terra Steel is also an option, but with Terra Fire you also still keep the fire resist, which is very useful against stuff like Typhlosion, Hisui, Charizard, and more. Terra Fire overall, like, not a better Terra on Garchomp itself, because Terra Steel just gives you resistance to Dragon as well, but Terra Fire is a better Terra, not to just flip the matchup chart, if you understand what I mean. So I think I'm really happy with Terra Fire here as well, just because you have a solid defensive typing, being a fire type. Next up, we've got Corviknight, another Pokemon you can coach, and I decided to run 100 Adamant Corviknight because Corviknight has to deal damage. But the problem I have with Corviknight otherwise is that you just don't deal any damage if you run something like an Impish or Careful Nature. I know many players do that on Corviknight, but that's not my style. With this Corviknight, we can, for example, one-hit KO Amoonguss if we are +1 attack. And your attack can also not be lowered by Intimidate or Putting Shot because of a Mirror Armor. And with Covered Cloak, you are also good into Instant in general. You reflect the Intimidate, and you can also not get Fake Outed. And that's what Covered Cloak is good for. We are running a very fast Corviknight, as you can see. We are still bulky enough to survive Close Combat Expanding Force from Sneasel and Didi. And after I Tailwind, I wanted to be faster than Choice Scarf and Didi, Choice Scarf Typhlosion, Modest, both of them, as well as something like Timid, Max Speed Scarf, Goldango hits 223 and we hit 224. So that's actually quite nice, especially if you consider that we can also outspeed stuff like Achaludon, Rillaboom, Ursaluna, Blood Moon, Modest, and I really like that on paper. And our Tyranitar, I can already tell you, is 1 point faster in this Corviknight, so we also have a huge, like, momentum, or like not momentum, but like information advantage, because if we know that Tyranitar outsped something, that means that Corviknight most likely will do it as well, and the other way around too. We have Taunt on this Corviknight. That is not super common. Usually you see stuff like Bulk Up, some players play Body Press, but Taunt is really good trapping something like Incineroar on the field. It cannot click Parting Shot, not even on the partner Pokemon, and also preventing opponents to spam Follow Me with stuff like Electabuzz or Magma, or also just preventing Tailwind. And Taunt preventing Spore from Amoonguss. Overall, super, super good. Next up, we've got Tyranitar, and yeah, as I said, I'm such a big fan of max speed Tyranitar. Not Jolly, Adamant still, but Adamant max speed Tyranitar hits a really nice speed stat of 113, which is enough to outspeed max speed non-Jolly Incineroar, like max speed Adamant, max speed Impish is slower, and also in Tailwind you outspeed more stuff than you actually think. And yeah, the moveset is rather standard. Knockoff, stab, rock slide is always fun to click. Low kick for King Gambit and opposing Tyranitar, as well as the Ursa Lunas, and Terra Flying, Terra Blast, really good into Sneasler, and also Pokemon like Rillaboom or Amoonguss. Yeah, I went for the jump point at 187 because usually that's enough for Tyranitar, and you still want some bulk. Like with this bulk, you survive. Oh, what was it again? I think it was like, oh, you obviously survive Earth Power from Ursaluna Blood Moon even with Life Orb. You survive +2 Make It Rain from Goldango sometimes, depends on their spread, but if you go Terra Flying, you always survive it. You gotta keep in mind that if you Terra, you lose the special defense boost, which you would keep if you're a rock type, but Terra Flying just overall very good defensively, once for like ground and fighting moves. As well as grass moves, by the way. But also good partner Pokemon for Garchomp, because you can just click Earthquake next to your Tyranitar, and that's really valuable. Yeah, this is just a spread I've ran for ages. In general, like, this team has a lot of similarities with the team I brought in the last GC. It has different sets, to be fair, like different Goldango, Terra and sets, Garchomp also different, but like I played a lot with Garchomp, Tyranitar, Goldango, Incin, just Corviknight over Kilowattrel, a different Tailwind setter, and then Sneasler over Amoonguss, a different poison type. So I'm really familiar with that kind of structure, so I'm really looking forward to play this against Shiliang today. But let me finish the team breakdown first. Yeah, Goldango with Terra Water. I decided to be a little bulkier on this Goldango instead of playing the strong Goldango. You know, it's like the decision. Do you play 52 Life of Goldango and 196, or do you play 132 and 116? And my reasoning here is that we have some frail Pokemon already. Like Sneasler is not super bulky, even though we have a bulky spread. Garchomp is also not super bulky. Corviknight, Tyranitar, and also I felt like against Choice Scarf Goldango, it could be really nice to survive a Shadow Ball and then fire back with an own Shadow Ball. Or if you get a knockoff off with Tyranitar on Life Orb Goldango, your own Goldango survives a Shadow Ball. Really, really valuable. And also surviving like heat waves when you go Terra Water from Charizard better, as well as surviving a Blood Moon from Ursaluna Blood Moon, just felt very worth on this team. It's not a super crazy Goldango set. Well, we've seen Terra Water nasty plot 2 attacks all the time, but it makes a lot of sense on this team because you need a special attacker, a Spore immunity is not bad, a Fake Out immunity is not bad, and that's why we've got this Goldango on this team. And like Incineroar Goldango is just your common offensive and defensive backbone, so I think it is also needed to break through like Archaludon if it has 5 defense boosts, right? That body press Archaludon otherwise is very scary. Which leads us to the last Pokemon, Terra Ghost Will-O-Wisp Incineroar. I love that set. Like, not even knockoff Fake Out Will-O-Wisp, but Flare Blitz Fake Out Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp Incin is amazing. It is so good into Dragonite. It's so good into Sneasler. It's so good into King Gambit as well. Like, Will-O-Wisp Incin is phenomenal. I like it a lot. And also still having Flare Blitz, because we already have knockoff on Tyranitar, and Flare Blitz threatens Among Us more, Rillaboom. You can also friend a 1 KO on opposing Goldango. You do more to stuff like Sneasler and King Gambit. Like so many Pokemon hate fire type coverage. It's kind of crazy, especially in West Meta. Ninetales as well. If you have knockoff Faker, Will-O-Wisp Parting Shot, Ninetales Alola just walls you for ages. And this is where Flare Blitz can actually come into play, especially because our Ninetales matchup is not the best. It's also not terrible, but having something that helps out there as well is really good. I'm running 90 speed to outspeed Ninetales and Tailwind, as well as Mousehold, I guess. Most Ursaluna are actually playing 89 speed, also kind of thanks to me. I wanted to run 95 speed originally to outspeed Sneasler and Tailwind as well, but I felt like that it's not super needed, and the special defense book can come quite in handy because we survive an Earth Power from non-life or Blood Moon. We survive +2 Make It Rain into +1 Make It Rain from Life Orb Goldango. The 76 Impish allows us to survive, I think it was Terra Stellar Close Combat from Jolly Sneasler. And this spread is really good. I think like overall 90 speed feels enough on this team. Let's see if it will be enough, because that's something you can consider changing. But I'm just so used to 76 Impish Instant that I want to keep it. Because I feel like you throw Instant in so many physical moves. You also throw it into Rillaboom, which sometimes gets a high horsepower off. You throw it into Sneasler, into Dragonite, into King Gambit, especially with Will-O-Wisp. Like throwing it into King Gambit, you gotta be careful with that. But you can do it, especially with this first step Sneasler. You can switch into Instant, coach your Instant, and then will over King Gambit, and suddenly it's useless. Easier said than done, but your rain matchup is usually, I would say, good because generally Goldango with weather removal, Terra Water Goldango, especially with weather removal in Tyranitar, is something that a lot of rain teams struggle with. You've also got Sneasler, which always hits a Chaludon for a lot of damage. Garchomp usually also not bad against rain. So I would say your rain matchup is really decent. Your sun matchup should be really good, like Garchomp, Tyranitar, Terra Water Goldango, Incineroar, Sneasler. Corviknight is not so good. You might argument with like Terra Dragon on the Corviknight being helpful, but you should not bring it in the sun matchup. It's usually not amazing, but the rest of the Pokemon are looking way better, and that makes sun also quite playable. Hard Trick Room can be annoying. I think it's doable though, especially with the spread moves you have: Garchomp, Tyranitar, Goldango, Incineroar. These are all 4 Pokemon that are decent into Hard Trick Room. You can also go with Corviknight and Taunt stuff, because Corviknight is also good into the Size Spam and Ursaluna mode. Torkoal is a little annoying, you gotta keep that in mind, but Ursaluna, you resist with Facade, and from Headwing you resist Expanding Force and Dancing Gleam. So I would say the Hard Trick Room matchup is definitely not easy, because you also have no way to really prevent the Trick Room, unless you lead like Garchomp, Tyranitar, go for like EQ Terra Rock Slide and go for flinches. But otherwise, Indeedee plus Headwing can get the Trick Room up rather easily. You could also lead like Goldango, Tyranitar and make a call, like if you say the Headwing is not going to Terra, you could go for like knockoff into Indeedee and make it rain. Or you say, oh, forcing a Terra on Headwing is fine, so you just click Make It Rain Walk Slide, and then maybe you flinch with Indeedee. You can prevent it by being lucky, but without a Walk Slide flinch, they can always get a Trick Room off by leading Headwing and Indeedee and go for Follow Me Trick Room. I think that way, Terra Trick Room, to be precise, that way you cannot prevent it. If they are Terra Fire, You can like make it rain rock side, I guess, and make a call if they are going to Terra or not. But against a Gallade lead, for example, once again, you could make the call that they are going for White Guard Trick Room, which they can do if they have Psychic Seed and also like White Guard Trick Room. Goldango cannot hit Indeedee and Knockoff would not KO the Indeedee. But then again, if you lead Garchomp Tyranitar, it could get stressful, because if they want to Trick Room with Gallade, EQ Terra Blast is right there. But if they want to Trick Room with Indeedee, you can also KO them with EQ Knockoff. And yeah, as you can see, a lot of like weird mind games. And then against like the balanced teams, like the Zine team or the Lele team, which are the Frankfurt winning team and the Frankfurt top 4 Shohei Kimura team, I would say you also can have a good matchup if you can coach your Corviknight. Corviknight is actually super good into that team, and or into those teams rather, and also Nasty Plot Goldango. When I played with these teams, Nasty Plot Goldango was always a headache, because you have to target it, but if they protect and reposition, you might be out of position immediately, but if you don't target it and they click Nasty Plot or make it rain, you are also out of position. So Goldango really big Pokemon in that matchup as well. So yeah, I hope yeah, I could give you some good breakdown about the team. If you have any more questions, you can feel free to ask them in the comments below. But yeah, let's play against Shiliang. I'm so hyped to play against him. I played him once, I think, and that was at Worlds 23, day 2. My win and in for top cut at my first World Championship was against Shiliang. I want to play him again. It's someone I look up to, so let's do this! Alrighty, here we are in the game against Shiliang. I'm so looking forward to it. So what did he bring? Okay, he has some interesting stuff. Life Orb Blood Moon, Screens Grimmsnarl, Support Volcarona, Terra Fighting Archaludon, Specs Goldango, and common like Scale Shot Dragonite. T-Wave Grimmsnarl. I hate T-Wave Grimmsnarl so much. But we got like 4 T-Wave immunities, so that's fine. Tyranitar looks decent, especially against Volcarona or Grimmsnarl leads. Terra Fighting Archaludon is a little annoying. It doesn't have Electro Shot. That's something to keep in mind. Goldango also looks really good into him. I feel like he has to leave Volcarona or Saluna. Against Volcarona or Saluna, Tita, as I said, is really nice. I could lead like Tita Chomp. I have to be wary about like self-scale shot, so I should also bring Goldango. I could also lead Tita Incin with Goldango and Chomp in the back. Not bringing the Coaching Sneasel in game 1, I think is fine. Because there's a Goldango which hardwalls us. Like against Blood Moon, I think we survive a Terra Normal Hyper Voice. Just because we have a lot of HP investment. But yeah, we do. But I think I like this. Yeah, Grimmsnarl Goldango. He could go for Terra Steel, make it rain immediately. Should I just double the Goldango with knockoff Flare Blitz? I survive the double up. I could also switch, but there's no need. I could also go for knockoff Parting Shot. Right, my Tita survives. It's Specs though, so let me double check. Well, Specs, Terra Steel, we survive, yeah. So I could go for Parting Shot and position my my Garchomp. So yeah, knockoff. I think knockoff Parting Shot is fine. Yeah, I was thinking about fake outing the slot immediately, but as I said, this situation is not terrible, especially because he cannot Terra the Archaludon anymore, so ground moves look really strong into him in general. Yeah, Reflect. Stomping Tantrum should still KO, right? Well, I'm not live warp on the Garchomp. So first of all, we see this Make It Rain. Is this a crit on Instant? Or is this just... Yeah, it's just strong Golding. Oh, it's modest, I think. Does EQ KO? I'm not sure. I could also go Goldango. And go for something like Nasty Plot, switch to Insane. Like, that doesn't seem terrible. I could also go for Nasty Plot, switch to... Nasty Plot, switch to Garchomp. And then go for Stomping, Make It Rain. Do I want to switch to Garchomp or do I want to switch to Insane? I think Garchomp exerts more pressure. He could very well go for Shadow Ball into Goldango and Spirit Break into the Tita slot, but I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's what he goes for. No light screen, but as I said, this should be completely fine. Oh, he goes for Make It Rain. Does my Garchomp survive? I mean, he's -2 attack, so I should, for sure. Oh, he Spirit Breaks Goldango. Makes sense. Do I just double attack now? I feel like I have to go for Make It Rain, otherwise I'm not able to KO Goldango. I think Stomping Make It Rain seems reasonable. I would just go for Stomping Plots, honestly, but I can't do that. Because Shadow Ball does too much damage. Does it? I could go for Protect Plot, because now he will click Light Screen for sure. He's -2, but he's also modest. He has no priority on the team. You know what? I will click Protect Plot. This seems greedy, but I feel like I have to do it. Okay. Greed never gets punished. And now, this turn I just click Stomping, Make It Rain. Now we start balling. I'm a little scared that he has Volcarona or Salona in the back, but I can still go for fake outs as well. So yeah, I will just go for Stomping. He has also no switching into Stomping Make It Rain, so I really like this. My guess, like, based on how he plays it, he probably has Volcarona or Salona in the back. I could go for, like, Protect Earthquake the next turn. Fair. If I go Terra Fire, it makes sense. But, yeah, this should be a double knockout. A crit? Yeah. I was about to say, but we saw that our Goldango outsped him every single time. He's pretty much modest, like guaranteed, and Make It Rain would have KO'd him, so this crit didn't matter. So I gotta think about him going Volcarona or Saluna next. I can go for like Earthquake Protect, toss my Garchomp. Volcarona and Ursaluna, I knew it. Dragonite. Never mind. I didn't know it. Okay. I don't think he just clicks Heat Wave. I could also go for Dragon Claw Protect. When I get Instant in, I can fake out Volcarona. Nah, I just click Dragon Claw, make it rain. I want to close it now. I don't think he clicks Heat Wave. Yeah, and even if he did, I think I would have been fine if he clicked Heat Wave. This is a good play. This is a really good play. I think I would have been fine if he clicked Heat Wave, because then I get instant Theta in, and I can click Fake Out on the Dragonite and Walk Slide, right? Now it's important to not throw this match. I think I can go for Protect Theta Sec. Or do I Sec Goldango? I think Protect Theta is a little better. Just to get sand on the field as well. Is this Struggle Bug range? Like, this did 13 HP. Volcarona. Heat Wave. He could be modest. Struggle Bug. It does not KO. If he's like 36 modest, it does not KO. But what if it does, whoa? Like, double stay is better if he... Double stay is better because then I get the guaranteed knockout on the Dragonite. Good Rage Powder. But I'm fine with that. Because I get a free switch to Insane. Well, I hope I don't get burnt. I was thinking about going Terra Fire as well, but I didn't want to take free sand damage. And maybe Terra Water can clutch as well. Okay, no burn, it's important. I can go to Insane now. I don't want to throw this. Like, I know that he will protect Dragonite, but I don't have to target it. It's also the last turn of Reflect. I can just play it safe, right? And go for Dragon Claw without terroring? Question mark? Because the sand is still up for 2 more turns. Yeah, without terroring. Yeah. Dragon Claw. Fake out. He will protect. Okay, he had to go for like me doing a misplay, which is trying to double the Volcarona. But as you can see, like even if he protects Dragonite, next turn I can just click Dragon Claw Flare Blitz into Volcarona. Even if he attempts a double protect, like the Volcarona dies guaranteed. And one of my Pokemon survives guaranteed. He can only take out one with Scale Shot. And then it's Dragonite versus Goldango plus 1, and then I can click Make It Rain plus Flare Blitz or Make It Rain plus Dragon Claw. Okay, that was nice. I just Dragon Claw Flare Blitz. Okay, so we win game 1. I'm still scared of Ursaluna, not gonna lie. But I wonder if he has like a good lead into mine. The Archaludon is, I think, very scary, but with Terra Ghost, Incin, and Goldango, I can deal with it as well. Well, I led with what was it again? I think Tita Incin. Generally, his team is quite weak to Incin, unless he leads Ursaluna. I could also go with a Sneasel lead. And be a little cheeky. But if he like Sneasler Garchomp doesn't seem that bad. I could also just lead Garchomp Tita. And if he leads Ursa Volk, I just click something like EQ Terra knockoff into, or like EQ Terra low kick, because he probably doesn't click Rage Powder. If I Terra, I lose with Spadef Boost, and then Terra Normal Blood Moon. Actually, Terra Normal Blood Moon after one Sand Chip could KO. I definitely bring these 4, I think. Like, Corviknight is pretty much useless. Well, the Corviknight would wall Dragonite as well as Archaludon if it doesn't have any boosts, but I also don't do anything back to Archaludon. So I think these 4 seem alright. Yeah. I knew that he would lead it this time. Does my Garchomp die to Blood Moon if he doesn't Terra? Yes, 100%. I could also go for something like Protect, Rock Slide. Well, I honestly don't want to take the KO. Yeah, I really don't want to take the KO and give the Goldango a free opportunity to switch in. So, I think I will go for Earthquake, Terra Low Kick. That's him, right? Terra Water. Fascinating. Does he click Protect with Ursaluna then? I don't think so. Nice. So I get rid of the Ursaluna. Do I? Like, with Life Orb, for sure, I think. Depends a little bit on the book. Yeah, he just Blood Moons my Garchomp. Ah! That's not good. That is not good. If I go Incin... like, he has a lot of bulk on this Ursaluna, I think. Because if it has 0 bulk, EQ does like 30 min and Tita does 65 min. So 95 min. With Life Orb, he should have been dead. He has a ton of bulk. Or I just got really unlucky with the rolls. He can just click Protect now. So I will click Parting Shot, Terror Blast. Did he switch into Gold Angle? Achaldodon. Well, that's also not better. Wish I would have knocked now, but since we were Corona had no item, Terra Blast was slightly stronger. You can just click Earth Power. Should I Protect? Like, Protect Knockoff doesn't seem that terrible. Maybe he clicks Snarl Blood Moon, though. If he clicks Snarl Blood Moon, I have to click Nasty Plot. Knockoff. I think I have to go for these plays. Okay. Okay. Back in the game? Question mark? I think we are back in the game with this. Well, the bulk on Goldango is nice, but now I don't know if I KO his Goldango. It depends on his bulk. If he is max HP, I have a 62% chance. If I have no boost. Because he can just lower my stats even further now. He probably clicks Heatwave Body Press. If he clicks Heatwave Snarl, I have to switch to Incin. I should take a Heatwave. Not that well though. So I feel like Protect, Terra Blast is slightly more optimal. He body presses with Tita's not. Yeah. Okay. So this is actually super tricky. Like, if his last is Goldango, and he so the question is, does he switch with Volcarona? Because if he switches Volcarona, I have to Shadow Ball the Achaldodon. But if he stays with Volcarona, I have to double the Volk. Does Flare Blitz OKO Goldango? Since he seems to be bulky, I don't think so. Depends on the exact bulk. My call is he has Goldango, but he stays with Volcarona. I will play it that way. No! It's Dragonite. That sucks. I knew it. I knew that he could switch with Volk. Because if I click Shadow Ball into Chaludon, Will-O-Wisp into Dragonite, I win the game pretty much. Now I can still win if I dodge a Scale Shot with Incin. Well, I don't know if I can beat the Volcarona. Well, I can go for Protect Parting Shot then. Probably. Yeah, I just have to dodge. Easier said than done. He plays it most optimal. I mean, I can also dodge... I can also dodge Heat Wave. I have to play for a Heat Wave dodge now, right? Like, I could also go for Protect Parting Shot, but Protect Parting Shot doesn't necessarily win me the game. Because then, like, Scale Shot dodge and Heat Wave dodge have the same odds. So at this point, I just Shadow Ball Volk and Flare Blitz D-Knight. I have to dodge Heat Wave on Goldango specifically. Okay, we go into a game 3 against Shiliang. Oh, if I read that switch and click Shadow Ball Willow. Well, I probably still lose, because then he can Tailwind with Dragonite and click Heat Wave. Because even if I go for like Protect Parting Shot, next turn he can just double my Goldango. So... I knew that he would lead Ursaluna Volca, but I was like sure that I would KO the Blood Moon. Even if it has like 84 HP, this EQ low kick Life Orb is guaranteed knockout. So he has to be like 164 HP EVs. So he dropped either a lot of special attack or a lot of speed, which is fascinating. And that's why he's the best team builder. Because he plays unexpected stuff. I was so close on beating him, but I feel good. I feel good. I just should not stress too much about it. The problem is, if he leads like, if I lead something like this, he can just click Protect, Tailwind. I guess I could go for a Dire Clock Frog on Volcarona, but that's not nice. Yeah, Volcarona in the lead seems tough. Also, this time he brought out Chaludon in the back, which was a little messy for me. I really like Tita in the lead, genuinely. I mean, my lead wasn't bad. I could also go for the same thing and hope that I KO this time around. Maybe with Sneasel in the back. But the Incin was so good as well. Look, my idea is to bait an Earth Power. Well, he breaks my balloon first, which is not good. Okay, Grimmsnarl Goldango. So we go back to game 1. Do I go for the same play? Knock off Parting Shot. Well, the problem is Sneasel can get T-waved. I could also try to KO Goldango immediately with Knock off Flare Blitz. But based on the damage we saw... I'll try it. Knock off fake out! Oh, I feel like towering here with Goldango is a little crazy. Cause I could have also just clicked fake out, knock off, and then next turn I have Flare Blitz, parting shot, Rock Slide, parting shot. Sucks. Yeah, he survives with. Oh, we get the burn. Fascinating. Do I keep Tita just as a sacrifice? Like, I could switch to Sneezer, activate my Unburden, parting shot with Grimmsnarl. I think the Goldango dies to the burn, which is terrible. But yeah, I think that's fine. I could also toss Tita, but I really need the Unburden. And I parting shot off the Grimmsnarl. He quit. Well, that crit is genuinely like game deciding. I wanted to position myself to click Dire Claw, make it rain. Like, this would have been the perfect position. I think the burn was also terrible because sad that it has to end like this, but hey, it happens. He survives. Like, imagine he didn't crit here. I could just click Dire Claw Grimmsnarl, make it rain, get a guaranteed double knockout, and then I can switch Goldango to Tita, toss Tita, get another Dire Claw off. If he has Volcarona, a Chaddodon in the back, I had a guaranteed win. Well, crying about it doesn't help. Okay, Volcarona. So if his last is Blood Moon, I lost. Because he can just click Tyrant Earth Power. Against Tyrant Earth Power, I could in theory click Terra, make it rain. Flare Blitz. Or like parting shot. Okay. He did not set up light screen. He will click Heatwave Body Press probably. He could also just spam Strugglebug Snarl. And that's probably actually what he goes for now that I think about it. But I've got an idea. Yeah. Struggle bug snarl. I mean, there's nothing I can do to prevent that. Okay. Hold. Oh. Seriously? The 10% drop? Or is it 20? I actually don't know right now. Oh. He cannot switch Volcarona. I think at this point I have to Shadow Ball crit the Achaludon. Yeah. Shadow Ball crit KOs. Fake out Volk and Shadow Ball crit the Achaludon. If I crit this, it would be deserved. Okay, GG. If he didn't crit Sneasler, as I said, I just click Dire Claw, Make It Rain. He has to switch Grimmsnarl into Achaludon to get a death boost. I knock out his Goldango, and then still next turn I get a Dire Claw into Volcarona. I can switch Goldango into Tita. Then I can go for Fake Out Nasty Plot. Like, I would literally win the game because of that. But yeah, I mean, crying about it doesn't help. Now, only way, he can just click Tailwind Body Press. Tailwind Body Press is his play, but maybe he clicks Tailwind Draco, and I dodge, and I crit Make It Rain on Volk. I think Struggle Bug also just KOs me. Okay, yeah, Tailwind Body Press, and that's a GG. Well played to Shiliang, like, that's the game we play. And yeah, Tailwind Body Press was his play. It's just so frustrating, because I feel like I got a little warped. Also, I think game 2, I could have played slightly differently, but I'm also really curious to know what his Blood Moon spread is. I will ask him, and then I will let you know in the outro. GG's to Shiliang. Was a good set regardless. Just a little sad, as I said, to see that it had to go out this way, but hey, it's fine. So yeah, GG's to Shiliang. It was a crazy close set, and generally speaking, he just played better than me, so he definitely deserves the win. But I am very happy that we were able to showcase a pretty good set, and also with pretty cool teams, I would say. And I talked a little bit with him, and he was actually a little bulkier on the Ursa, but it was still a roll in my favor that the double up plus life up KOs. But I cannot complain. Like, I'm not trying to find excuses. I'm just curious if it was like if it mattered or not, you know. But overall, I think Shiliang really showcased why he is, for me at least, top 3 players in NA and at least top 15 in the world, if not top 10. It is always so much fun to watch him play, and as I already said, he built, like, I think last season he built 3 or 4 regional winning teams, and that is on another level. And I think going forward, whenever we see him on the stage, he will keep delivering. I think Shiliang is definitely a player you should have on your list as best player, because I don't know, I don't know what it is, but it is always so much fun to watch Shiliang build and play. So yeah, keep that in mind. Next week we will start with Milwaukee teams. I will choose a pretty good one, I think, and if you are looking forward to that, leave a sub, because I will play against a phenomenal player. Trust me, the next player is also on another level. So yeah, overall speaking, really good matches I can showcase, and my overall record against the best players is, I think, 26, which is very good. I will try to keep winning, but it's not about that, it's about giving you the best sets possible, which we did today. But yeah, that being said, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week or on Wednesday for the Smoke on Champions League content. I hope you give it a watch, because it is also another project that means a lot to me. But yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.